Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, where today we are doing yet another speed build, which actually shouldn't be that surprising given the fact that I am mainly a building channel, so it would actually be more surprising if I did a let's play. Even though I started two let's plays, I never have the heart to finish any of them because I get bored with the gameplay. So ignore my let's plays. I mean, like, if you want to watch them, that's fine, but they're probably not gonna be finished anyway. And I just love building way too much to even play the game, which maybe says something about the gameplay aspect of The Sims. They should really look into that. Do people actually enjoy playing the game, like with generations and legacies? Because I just can't. But that may just be me, but we're not talking about that now. Today we are going to talk about this lovely starter home that I am building in Newcrest. So it's base game. Oh wait, I said starter. I didn't mean starter, I meant base game. It's a base game build only. No packs are used, like none at all. Just the base game, which I'm kind of really proud of because maybe you saw it in the thumbnail. This house is hella cute. It is so amazing, and I am actually so amazed with my building skills with just base game, because let's be honest, the base game isn't really that innovating. It's not really that different, and you can't actually build a lot of styles with it. So obviously we are just building a simple base game home right now. It's just going to be a family home. It is going to be rather small though, like upstairs and downstairs. You may look at it now and be like, whoa, but Nym, that's actually really big. Yes. But because of the way I am placing the stairs, it will become very small. Just keep an eye out for that, because the way I place stairs is revolutionary in this game. It just is. I may have not placed the stairs at the best place in the home, but you know what? That's totally okay, because it's my build and I can build it however clumsy and inconvenient I want it. So there's that. But before we get into any inside decoration or like layout or whatsoever, we are of course finishing the outside of the home, because I enjoy building shells and doing landscaping. That is actually one of the things that I love the most in The Sims, is landscaping. I'm so addicted to landscaping. It's becoming unhealthy. It's really unhealthy at the moment. I create like this entire landscapes, like literal landscapes, just because I feel like it. And maybe that is quite unnecessary, but I have to say the landscaping in this build, it is so amazing. And I used a lot of debug items. As you see me like typing the chats, we are going to the debug menu, again only base game, and we are trying to look for a nice fence. Now I never actually use the debug menu. Well, that's not true. I don't use it that frequently that I know all the nice fence. I was actually looking for a fence that maybe had some green around it, but I'm guessing that's not in the base game debug. I have no clue at all. And I found this one, so we are rolling with this one. It gives it a nice little bit of a farmy look, as a matter of saying. Like, if you look at it that way, I think this fence is mostly like a farming fence. So obviously we are going to put some trees down, like not too much. I think we're 2 or 3 trees, like not that often. And I am just utterly amazed by all these debug items, especially this bush. I love it so much. It is so wild and like all over the place. It is extremely large, but then when you size it down, it actually works pretty good. And we are using all these different kind of plants. I enjoyed this so much. I was just like, darn it, man, this is so pretty. I need to use all of these items. Obviously you can't use all of the items, but that purple bush, I love it. I need to remember that for next time when I'm building and I actually use it, because I love how wild it is. Also, you see me clicking on a lot of items because I wanted to see what it was and how big it was and stuff like that. So, you know, there will be a lot of me just clicking on objects and seeing, what actually is this? How does this look? I'm also not quite sure if your Sims can actually use that trash can, because it is a debug item. Usually they just walk through it. I placed it. I didn't playtest this build. I also think I forgot to put a trash can in the kitchen. Oh well. Doesn't matter. And I actually came upon this like tombstone in the debug menu, and I thought it was really sad, and I was like, you know what? Maybe this is like the grandma or like a... Ooh, my mind just went to stillborn child. That isn't really dark. Anyways, like the grandma or a cat or a pet. It could be a pet, and it was like buried in the backyard. So I thought that was pretty cool. I also was working around some hanging plants, but they didn't work out very well. So I went to my standard hanging plants in a minute, and we're using that at the front porch and the back porch. But that's basically it. I love this hanging plant. I used it in some of my builds, but not all that many. So, you know, but we are using it in this one, and we are using it good in this one. So also we are obviously making this little pathway, and what I love about this pathway is that it's actually like it has little grassy things in between, if you can see the texture on the ground. I love it. Love it. And now, of course, we are using the normal menu to finish up all these landscaping and make it just a little bit more that it needed. And you know me, I love colors. Even though if you'd see my wardrobe, you wouldn't think that, because usually what I wear is black or very, very superhero themed. So, you know, but in The Sims, I like my houses colored and I like my landscaping colored. In real life, I think that's way too much of a hassle to wear colorful things and be colorful, so I just wear black. I actually have a t-shirt that says black is my favorite color. It is actually true, I love the color black. And not because I'm emo or anything. I used to be that in high school. I think we all had that phase in high school, and maybe you're still going through that, where you are just emo. And my emo phase was dark. I listened, so this is gonna sound really bad, like really wrong, but when I was in my emo phase, that band Tokyo Hotel was like really top notch, and I listened to that a lot. I found some CDs like a week or two ago of the band, and I was like, darn, I still know all these songs. That's bad. It's really bad. I still know them all, so you know, it's bad. Anyways, we are now doing the layout. So we're having 3 bedrooms. And then I get kind of into a pickle of what to do with the bathroom. Because in my mind it was like, oh, just use the university shower. It will be fine. And then I went to furnish it and I actually found out, wait. This is a base game only. The shower that you can walk through, you know, like the shower head on the wall. That is not base game. That's from Discover University. So, that was kind of a downside. So upstairs, they just have a toilet. They also don't have a sink because I couldn't fit that in. But you know, your Sims can just wash their hands downstairs. It's The Sims, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, like in real life, it would be totally weird. But in real life, you would be able to walk past the sink. Let's not forget that. And in The Sims, they can't. So, you know, for Sim styles, it is okay-ish. It's still really weird, but it's okay. Also, this kitchen, I love how tiny it is. Because when I saw the space, I was like, ooh, I could make a reasonably large kitchen. Turns out I couldn't. So we're having like this really small kitchen. We have like 2 counters that you can work on, because your Sims can also work on the islands. So 2 counters, and then that 1 counter I am actually going to fill up with clutter. So there's that. Obviously it is a small build, so there isn't going to be that much clutter. And besides that, you know, it's a base game. There isn't a lot of clutter that I usually use. Because I found out that some of the knives and spoons and everything that I like to hang up on the wall are not base game. I was quite surprised by how many objects that I use are not base game. I was like, oh, so to not base game this. I never knew this. I always thought that it was base game. But you know what? That's fine. We can use different things. We have these weird little spoons, and we have the knives from the reward career. I think it's the cooking career. And then to fill up this wall, we are placing 2 sets of pans, like a big pan and a small pan, because sometimes you just want to bake a small tiny egg for 1 person. You're not going to use a giant ass pan, you are going to use a small pan. So therefore your Sims would have a small pan as well. Even though your Sims randomly pull out a pan like out of their pants or something. I don't know where they get these things. Also, like this table and those chair combination, I don't think that I've ever used that. but I really like it. I might start using that more because it's really nice. But let's be honest, we all know that once I go back to using all my packs, that table and chairs will be forgotten because there are so many amazing things. Same with the couches. There is not a lot of choice in base game. I was actually quite surprised by that. So I went for this like darkish blue and I didn't like it, so you end up going with this a little bit like turquoise? No, turquoise? I don't know how to pronounce it in English. The blue-greenish color that's on the couch, that color. So, it matches kind of well with the carpet. I'm not overly happy with it, but again, I would just like to use my Parenthood couch because I actually love that couch. But this is base game only, and I'm gonna keep saying that, but I was so surprised with how many objects are actually not base game. But I was also pleasantly surprised because a lot of these objects are actually really freaking nice, and I was quite surprised by that because, you know, I think the more packs you have, the more you have the stigma, like, base game only, that's for noobs. I mean, like, base game, who even uses that? I have all the packs, I'm not gonna use base game items, except for the walls, because those are obviously base game. Stuff like that, right? So, I may or may not have been a little bit guilty on that. I'm very much guilty of that. Let's just be honest, I'm extremely guilty of thinking like that. But actually using the base game, it kind of elaborates your way of thinking. At least for me it did. Because I had to think outside of the box, because I couldn't use all the same items that I usually use. I also couldn't find the curtains that I liked in the kitchen. So the kitchen doesn't have curtains because I didn't like any of them. I tried sizing it down. I was like, you know what? That's just not gonna work, darling. It's not gonna work. So all the other rooms are gonna have the same curtains because I like them. And downstairs we're gonna have a full bathroom. I know I didn't play test it, but I am very confident that this bathroom actually works because I built a lot of bathrooms that are shaped like this. 100% will work. Cross my heart, hope to die if it doesn't. Upstairs bathroom. This is when I found out, was like, wait, that's not gonna fit. So why have I like this incredibly long bathroom then? Let's just make it a bit smaller. And it will be fine. It's just a toilet. No sink or anything. I was wondering if I should put a sink in the hallway. But then I realized that would be really, really weird. Even though like some really old homes do have that. But you know what? We're not going to. Because that would have been like really, really weird. I'll say it again. Weird. So your Sim's just gonna have to wash their hands downstairs. We are now moving into the kids' bedroom. That was an incredibly long pause. For a moment I thought that my video editing program crashed. I was like, oh no. Please not now. This bedroom is tiny. I usually don't make my bedrooms as tiny as this. I mean, it couldn't even fit a desk in. I was trying, but it wouldn't work because then your Sims can't actually walk in. So, no computer or homework place for this kid. Just reading, like, it's just a bookcase, a light, a chair, a closet and a mirror and a bed. And that's it. And that's all you need in life, actually. And if she does want a computer, she could always go into her siblings' room because this child has a computer. And it's the only computer in the home. Because there wasn't any space for it downstairs anymore. That's what I said. Like, I actually thought this build was reasonably big when I was building it. I'm also like, ooh, this is going to be a big home. Maybe I should make it a little bit smaller. And I was like, you know what, nah, it's fine. So it will be a little bit big, who cares? And then I actually went to furnish it. And I was so disappointed about how small it actually was. I mean, this room is cramped. It is hella cramped. There's just about enough room for like a skill building object, and that's it. Also, this is going to be the parents' room. They could go in their beds, but they don't have any nightstands. They don't have like a computer. I don't even think they have a bookcase. They have a dresser, a mirror, and a couch. And a bed, obviously. And then some paintings, but that's it. And it's really, really quite small. Anyway, we are coming close to the end of this build, so I just want to thank you guys for watching, and make sure that if you haven't already, make sure to like, comment and subscribe and hit that bell notification so you get notified when my next video goes up. You can also follow me on all my other social media. So guys, here comes the screenshots and have fun. Bye guys!